The difficulty reflects the value. Everyone can do the stuff that's easy. The harder it is, the better the outcome at the end.
It's awesome to have Sujan here this week to review what's been going well, what we've been doing, to plan basically for 2017.
We've been going for 3 months. We started off with content marketing because that was the thing that we said was the easiest thing to scale because it's a defined service.
What we've seen with content is just like the same thing you would see with SEO. It takes a while, right? Yeah. Content is compounding and it'll take a year. I think we're seeing great results for our clients, but for the last few months, I'm like, we should be doing food for these guys.
A few of our clients were like, that's cool. We love that you have tripled the traffic, but we want more leads now.
This week really with Sujan, the big focus is like, let's just see how we can expand our offering. So we're able to offer a lot more in the US, as what we've really seen over the last 3 months is that we know that we can work together. And now that we've got that kind of bedrock, we can now start adding in extra things on top of it, which is really exciting.
Obviously, content is going to be a good play for them to do stuff, get SEO value and whatnot, but they also need paid, they need retargeting, they need CRO, and they need a technical SEO audit, things like that.
We were hesitant to start to sell Fluid, you know? Even though we know that's the one thing that we're the best at and that can move the needle both in the short term and in the long term. And I think the last 3 months has set the foundation to launch it now.
Yeah.
And so we're super excited about how we're going to launch Fluid, the marketing that we're going to do, the promotion around all of the components of it, that's going to take us now to that next level. To achieve something kind of this big is going to be extremely difficult. It's going to require a lot of focus, teamwork, a lot of innovation, and a persistence and perseverance.
There's two moving parts here from 2 different continents, 2 different markets, 2 different teams and styles. There was no way it was just gonna line up. I know now what not to do as well, right? We just took a bunch of shit that we were doing and said, hey guys, now you do it. Like that just never worked. In hindsight, we shouldn't have done that. We should have figured out a better way and said like, no, slow down. Forget all of our services. If we don't nail communication, there are going to be too many delays. It just will not be effective. That's because there's 3-4 hour overlap. For the most part, it plays to our advantage because we don't have many meetings and we get shit done all day long. But we need that to be there.
Because we have expectations for timeframes for our existing Fluid clients, right? And we're saying that clients have expectations.
Yes.
And we're probably thinking, what is that? Is that a week?
We would want to, in a 90-day window, get immediately started on top of the funnel, get some more traffic through the door.
Our meeting today was good, but it was robust because everyone instantly has all their stuff that they suddenly go to and they're like, change, what are we changing? How do we change? And how do we be fast enough? And how do we be good enough? And how do we handle it all? It's just getting a lot of passionate people in a room together and challenging them.
I think we're pretty transparent. I came here last week, I was like, guys, here's what we need to improve. And the team's like, all right, perfect. And they're like, this is what you need to improve. And I think that conversation didn't happen 3 months ago because it was a honeymoon stage. And I think we're past that honeymoon stage, but we're in the execution stage and in the high growth stage for our own selves, as well as, for the services we provide.
We have been challenged with the amount that we had to do in terms of speed. It has been a challenge. The conversation about speed isn't like, you just need to go faster. It's about we need to make a plan of how we can do it so we can be faster and that we can do it.
So some of the challenges that we discussed were the fact that we do a lot of different things in Australia that don't necessarily work in the US. They've got a different sized market over there, which means you can really drill down and segment your audiences and try some pretty cool things. Sujan has got a different way of doing things as well that has worked over there. So we just need to learn that and work out how we can scale it and do it for a lot of different US clients.
I have my growth approach and there's the Fluid team approach. There's not a right way or wrong way. There's just let's just make sure we're on the same page
So the next steps, we've already got a few US clients, so we're going to work out what the best fluid or growth strategy is for them. That will involve still doing heaps of content marketing and SEO work for them, but also concentrating on email marketing, lots of different strategies to get them leads and sales, which is ultimately what they want. And then going forward for new sales, we'll be launching them all into growth marketing and basically working out custom strategies that work for their business.
The next leads we get, they're going to be properly sold, prepped. We'll do a fluid strategy. We will have the timelines as we discussed yesterday, the right ways. But if you do want more information or I can do it better, just let me know. I haven't worked with you guys all as this service before, so a lot of this is going to be like trial and error. But just tell me how it needs to be done, and yeah.
Done.
The faster we are, the better the results will be, and the faster we can try all different things, some that fail, some that succeed. So yeah, we're just going to really work on the processes and move forward from there and start rolling things out and getting results.
Why we work together in the first place is we're leveling each other up, not just people, but like companies in this joint venture.
Yep.
And this week is the start of that process that will never end, right? Like we're not going to stop leveling each other up. It's not easy, right? I've had how many calls with you at 12 a.m.? You know, and you are the same, right? It's wake up at 6 a.m. and you're just like, I need to talk to Sujin, and you do. I think there's going to be, it's only going to get harder because we've just added more complexity to it. If you looked at last week, when we arrived, we were talking about, let's talk about how these two clients can get into Fluid. We've just come out of a meeting and said, this is what we're going to do. And tomorrow, we're going to actually implement half those things.
Awesome. Thank you all for such a wonderful time. It's been great to connect one-to-one. I think when I came back in August, everything was this new, shiny, romantic phase of the relationship. And now we've gotten a lot further along in the partnership. I think we've had some great one-to-one conversations, really awesome back and forth and conversations with the Fluid team, introducing two of the clients into Fluid. Excited to go back and actually start taking action on this. And, I think we understand each other better, so it's awesome.
Definitely, I can speak on behalf of content marketing and SEO team that it's been fab having you here, but similarly the fact that we've now kind of developed a bit of a Fluid team for the US for the start, while we get everything up and running in terms of processes. So that team is Alesh, Ollie, Sophie, and Nick, and Mark, obviously in the US. Sujin and Alex will be kind of running Fluid lead.
I'm sure you guys are familiar with these animals. I've been seeing them all over the streets. And follow us on Snapchat, even though you probably all do. All right, cool, thank you.
And really it's now kind of just game on to let's look at what else we can do in terms of growth and really focus on growth marketing on top of content marketing. So super exciting.
The goal of this is, we were thinking that originally.
With the Growth Marketing Manifesto.
Nice. Yeah.
Growthmanifesto.com.
Little twist that flies.
Dude.
So annoying.
Fuck this fly.
Seriously.
Let's stop everything you're doing and let's kill this fly.